Hi everyone, this is Nicholas Cleve with BuildingYouthLeadership.com. I'm here to talk to you about building strong relationships with your children. As parents, this is a process that takes time, building strong relationships with our children. It's not something that can be done overnight. I do have 5 tips that I think will really help you in building those strong relationships. The first tip is to give the gift of time. We're in a hurry-up society where we're just always on the go and have so much to do. I'm guilty of this myself. It just seems like there's always so much that needs to be done. The number one thing that we can give our children more than any material item is the gift of time. This can be going to a park, going for a hike, pushing your children on a swing. One of my favorites is sitting down with my children before they go to bed and reading to them for 15-20 minutes every night. That's one of my favorite things to do, and my children really treasure that time that they have with me. The next tip is to listen to your children. Boy, I tell you, this is a big, scary world, and imagine how our children feel with this big, scary world. And our children communicate their thoughts and their dreams and emotions through talking to us. And they can tell if we're not truly listening to them. And so we can build a deeper connection and a deeper relationship with our children when we're fully engaged and fully listening to our children. We can learn so much about our children just by listening to them. I don't believe in the old type of thinking children should be seen and not heard. I believe that children should be seen and heard, and that's how we truly show them that we care about them, through that listening. The next tip is to be playful and silly with our children. You know, I tell you, adults can be way too serious, and rightfully so. As adults, we have responsibilities and chores and bills and just so many things that almost make us feel like we want to go crazy at times. And whenever we're playful and silly with our children, it can help us build a deeper connection with our children. And let me tell you, it can also help you to be more excited and energized for life. It really can. I tell you, one of my favorite things that I do being playful and silly with my children is when I'm in the living room and they jump on my back and ride me around the living room like I'm an elephant or a horse or a dog, and we fall on the ground and we laugh and giggle, and we just have a blast. And it's all about being playful and silly. It really is. The next tip that I want to share with you is setting limits with your children. Our children are not mind readers. We have to make very clear to our children what expectations we have for them. We can't let our children run around just being all crazy. We have to set our expectations and set limits with them and make it clear to them what we expect. And for example, if you don't want your children playing out in the street, riding their bikes or playing ball out in the street, we need to make that very clear to them. And children are going to mess up, and we use those opportunities to guide them and to support them into making better choices in the future. But we do need to make sure that those limits and expectations are made very clear. Good parents set clear limits, and if we set clear limits and expectations early on and have that carry through their growing up, it's going to help them when they're confronted with struggles and pressures when it comes to sex and drugs and alcohol and gangs and so many things that they're going to face as they get into their teen years. The next tip that I want to share is to build a house of trust with your children. Trust is like a house. It's something that it takes a long time to build, months to build, but it can be destroyed within minutes. If you think of like a hurricane or tornado or earthquake or a fire, it can be destroyed very quickly. Trust really works the very same way. It can be destroyed very, very quickly. And so it's something that, and trust is a two-way street. We have to work on building. We want our children to trust us, but they have to trust us, we need to trust them, and we have to work on building that trust together. And really, I think the number one thing that I think we should work for is to get our children comfortable enough where they can tell us anything. If they're faced with a challenge or obstacle in life, they can come and talk to us and that really shows the true sign of a trusting and strong relationship. Some final thoughts that I want to share with you. Relationships are like flowers. They need a lot of care and nurturing and kindness being shown to them. You get a flower to grow through fertilizer and sunlight. Well, our children need the basics, whether it be shelter, food, water, the basic necessities. But how we will really get our children to grow and thrive as leaders is if we really build strong relationships with our children, because they're going to take those strong relationships and apply what they learn about relationships and apply that to later on in life, and that will really help to develop their leadership skills. And boy, I tell you, there's nothing better than building strong lifelong relationships with your children. I do want to thank you for your time, and do check out buildingyouthleadership.com for more great information and tips on how you can help your young people. Thank you very much.